This content was created purely for entertainment and informational purposes. The creators of this vlog do not endorse drinking and driving, debauchery, underage drinking, public intoxication, speeding, street racing or any other form of delinquency. I'm just a guy, with a drink, talking about cars. Please don't take this too seriously.
I was at the post office the other day and a friendly neighbor pointed out to me that my right rear brake light was not working. It's nice when people tell you that, but I always check to confirm for myself before I go buy parts because, sometimes people don't know what they're talking about. So I go to the auto parts store, of course, and do the parts lookup to find the appropriate bulb that I need after I confirmed that it was the brake light that was out and that the Camry does have a dual indicator bulb. So sometimes you can go to the place and get your own, or look up the book. Sometimes they have a book where you can look it up yourself, but I think for COVID they took the books away because people touch them. So I had to go to the counter and tell him make and model, and then he told me what bulb to go get. So for the Camry, for 2012 Camry, that's a 7443. That's a push-pull type bulb, pretty easy to install. So first thing we want to do is remove the trunk trim, and whenever you're dealing with body clips, be careful. I use a small screwdriver to pry up the centerpiece and then remove the clip. They do make tools specifically for this. I've never bothered buying one of those. I just use one of my small screwdrivers. Insider tip. So you have to remove the plastic scuff plate, but also the clips from the carpeted area to access the brake light. Be real careful with your cargo hooks. I brute forced mine and snapped it off, so now I got to go buy myself another cargo hook, which is the third one I've had to buy for this car because sometimes I don't know my own strength, as they say. The cargo hooks, I believe, also have a similar type of pop clip to get them out, and so you don't have to just try to pry them off, which I did, and that's why it broke. The scuff plate has 5 clips in it, and then one in the carpet on each side to access the back of the tail lights. In this case, because I was only changing the light on the passenger side, I did not need to remove this clip, which I remembered about halfway through. I was like, nope, put it back. I don't need that one. There are some white plastic snap clips that hold the scuff plate to the sheet metal, to the body itself. I saw one there. Be careful removing those. In my case, I had one that stuck in the body and not the panel, so I had to use the screwdriver to carefully extract that because those clips will snap pretty easy. And even though they sell them in bulk, I don't buy clips if I don't have to. Usually if I break one, I just leave the panel loose, which is why old cars tend to squeak and rattle a lot. Easy for me to say. This is me prying off the clip and reinserting it in the trim. Okay, on to the good stuff. So you pull back the carpet, and there is the back of the tail light. It's a twist and pull socket, so you're going to twist it, and I always forget which direction. Look at the clip before you start twisting. Don't just grab it and turn it, because clockwise, counterclockwise, and the camera's upside down here, I think, so I might get it backwards anyway. Anyway, it only turns one direction to remove it, so turn it that way and pull it out. So there we have the bulb exposed. And I'm going to put in a new bulb, but I remembered I need to stop and put on some gloves. With the turn signals, it's not so much a matter of the oil from your fingers like it is with headlights, especially those high intensity discharge bulbs that get really hot, but just the possibility that the glass could shatter and cut your finger. So whenever I'm dealing with bulbs of any type, I like to wear gloves. You see, I pulled for a second, then remembered, oh, I need to put my gloves on. Because you're squeezing the bulb trying to get it out and you might pop it or whatever. I forget to restart the camera, so again, pull straight out to pull the old bulb out, push straight in to put the new bulb in. I do not use dielectric grease on these types of connectors because they're essentially inside the car and protected from the elements. Use your own discretion there. So whenever I install a new bulb, I always test it, because I had a car that I put about 3 bulbs in before I figured out that it was a wiring harness issue, not a bulb issue. So that's low beams, and that's me stepping on the brake pedal to make sure both elements are functioning properly. And we're going to put the bulb back in the housing. So again, check the orientation, make sure the blades are aligned properly, push straight in and then turn to click. And again, it only turns one direction, so instead of me saying clockwise or counterclockwise, because that depends on whether you're leaning upside down or sitting inside the trunk looking out, etc., etc. Line the blades up, insert the socket, and then twist the lock. And as you can see, I'm struggling with this because I'm trying to do it backwards and upside down while holding a camera with the other hand. It's in, it's locked. Replace the carpet, but first throw away this piece of broken cargo hook, because now I got to go buy another cargo hook. Make sure you get the carpet behind the weather trim and get the holes aligned properly. That's what I'm doing here. And now we're going to put the scuff plate back in place. So snap it down on the 3 clips at the bottom. You'll hear 3 distinct clicks here in a moment. And now we're going to put the push pins back in place. Insert and then push the center down the lock. Don't drop them into the dark trunk if you can help it. And again, there's 5 pins in the scuff plate and 1 in the carpet, excluding the cargo clip, which also acts as a pin in this case. And we're done.